7:28 p.m. on this Sunday, May 11th, 2025. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, and we have a tornado warning that has just been issued for parts of West Alabama, specifically in Clark, northwestern Monroe, and southwestern Wilcox counties. This is valid until 8 o'clock. Don't think it's going to last that long, but this is indeed a tornado warning for places like Cyrene, Chance, Coy, and also areas near Packers Bend involved in this tornado warning. And so you need to get to a safe place now if you are in those specific areas. Current time, again, 7:28 p.m., getting set to go live across our platforms here as we cover this possible tornado in Clark County. This is specifically near the Old Line Road, which is in the eastern part of the county. And this is a quick-hitting tornado. And so this is north of U.S. Highway 84. And again, this is out toward places like Chance. And it's coming into Wilcox County and also northwestern Monroe County shortly. So again, about to get ready to go live on Facebook as well, as we have an active tornado warning valid until 8 o'clock. Thanks so much for being with us on this Sunday evening. Possible tornado is right in through here. And again, the scan is a bit weaker than it once was even 5 minutes ago. These are quick hitting storms that go away very quickly after the warning is issued. But again, we are getting set to go live on Facebook as well. So thanks so much if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, going live on Facebook right now.
Live from...
Well, false alarm. How about that? Forgot to match the button here. And Facebook has made it incredibly difficult to start their live streams as of late. Twitter and YouTube, it's a breeze. It really is. They've done a really nice job, but again, it's a bit tougher getting things going on Facebook. Got to paste in the weather warning text here. There we go. And again, for folks near Cyrene, you need to be in a safe place now if you live near the Old Line Road in Clark County. So again, 7:30 on the dot, and we are going live on Facebook right now.
Live from Red Zone Weather in Brewton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Megginson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
We have a tornado warning for northeastern Clark, northwestern Monroe, and southwestern Wilcox counties in southwest Alabama. A possible tornado has developed near the Old Line Road in eastern Clark County near Cyrene and Chance. It's moving toward Packers Bend and the Alabama River. You need to be in a safe place now if you're in those areas. Tornado warning in effect until 8 o'clock. Don't think it's going to last that long. This is in rural southwest Alabama. And again, this is a tornado warning valid until 8 p.m. local time for parts of Clark, Monroe, and Wilcox counties here in southwest Alabama. This is a brief spin-up tornado. We continue to be in this low-end severe weather risk zone and several areas of rotation today, but none of which have ramped up. And again, for folks in northwestern Clark County, you are under the gun, northeastern Clark County, I should say, you are under the gun from this possible tornado that is now near Cyrene and Nettleboro, right here, very near the Old Line Road. So again, if you live near Old Line Road in Clark County, you're under this tornado warning, valid until 8 p.m. And so This does not include Thomasville, Grove Hill, or Jackson. If you're in those communities, the main population centers in Clark County, you are fine. Same thing in Monroe County. This is out here toward Chance and Packers Bend exclusively. So again, Chance, areas near the school, which is Monroe Intermediate School. You've also got Cyrene, Nettleboro, and Coy, which is in Wilcox County, under this active tornado warning. And again, we are watching this possible tornado that is currently in Clark County, very near Old Line Road and Cyrene. Circulation center is going to be right in through here. And this is a bit weaker than it was even about 5 minutes ago, so I don't think the Weather Service is going to let this go for very long. In other words, they probably are going to cancel the tornado warning. But nonetheless, for folks in Nettleboro, Chance, Cyrene, and Packers Bend, we encourage you to be in a safe place now as we have a possible tornado coming in from the southwest. And it can't be stressed enough, you need to be on the lowest floor of a well-built structure, away from windows and away from doors, putting as many walls as you possibly can between you and the outside world. This storm is not going to affect Monroeville. All right, so if you're in Monroeville or Purdue Hill, 84 and points south, you're fine. All right, this is specifically for the far northwestern corner of Monroe County, and this tornado warning technically is in effect until 8 p.m. But like I said, I don't think it's going to last that long. This possible tornado is moving very quickly, and they have canceled Monroe out of the warning, just like that. So we'll give a tornado all clear to Monroe County. All parts of Monroe County, you are now all clear. So again, there is no longer a tornado warning in effect for any part of Monroe County. This is specifically for far northeastern Clark and far southwestern Wilcox County. Basically, if you are, let's say, north of Cyrene, this is to the east of Fulton. In that part of Clark County. This is a very rural part of Clark County, but nonetheless, it's involved in the tornado warning, valid until 8 p.m., and this is going to continue into Wilcox County. This circulation is clearly weakening, and I suspect that the warning will probably be canceled in the next 5 minutes or so if these trends continue. But they are maintaining the tornado warning as of now for far northeastern Clark, and also at far southwestern Wilcox County. Look, this is a very isolated storm, and quite frankly, I don't think that we're going to have any more tornado warnings tonight. That's been the case just like yesterday. We had 2 tornado warnings that did do some damage down around Pensacola. So this easily could produce some damage in this rural part of Clark County. And again, Nettleboro, Cyrene, and Chance, you're under the gun from this possible tornado, and take it seriously. Even though this probably is going to last maybe 5 minutes, if a small tornado affects your house, it's a big deal. So take it seriously. We want you on the lowest floor of a well-built structure, away from windows and away from doors, putting as many walls as you possibly can between you and the outside world, specifically if you're near the Old Line Road and Nettleboro in Clark County. And again, this is going to cross the county line and come into areas out near Lower Peachtree. So Lower Peachtree and Coy in Wilcox County, you would be next in line to see this possible tornado. Let's put this radar in motion so that you can see this storm really ramped up in a hurry. A lot of lightning with this. And let me actually switch sources here so that we can get a better vantage point on the lightning situation, because there has been quite a bit of lightning, 112 strikes of lightning over the last few minutes just in this part of the storm. So again, this could briefly produce a tornado. It's certainly not a guarantee, but with a signature like that, there is broad rotation at minimum, and we'll see if the Weather Service decides to keep this going over the next few minutes. I'll tell you what, let's go back over to our debris tracker product and make sure I don't see anything in the way of debris, and I don't. So that's a good thing. I do not see anything in the way of tornado debris being lofted. You're getting to the point where it's kind of a bit hard to see that, considering the radar beam is hitting the hydrometeors at about 3,000 feet off the ground. And so again, we're watching this cell in Clark County. Let me stress, this is the only thing we've got going across the region. There is nothing else going on. Very isolated storm. And again, this warning is not going to last very long at all. I suspect it will be canceled shortly. But again, the Weather Service is doing the right thing, playing it safe, and keeping this warning going for the next few minutes. I am just checking a few things here to see what we've got going on. I don't see anything right now in the way of damage, and so that's a good thing. Of course, we're about to lose daylight. I need to try to see this thing, as it would be rain-wrapped in this area. And so again, for folks specifically in Nettleboro, Chance, Cyrene, and Coy, you are under a tornado warning, which means you need to take action to protect yourself over the next few minutes. Again, we are not expecting more significant action down around the coast tonight. That is not going to happen. So if you happen to be tuning in and you're in Pensacola or Mobile or Fairhope, Daphne, Orange Beach, Destin, you're fine, all right? It's farther inland, way up here in Clark County, specifically out here near Old Line Roads, Cyrene, and Nettleboro, where we have the potential for a brief spin-up tornado. And it's going to be a quick one. If there ever was one down, it probably has lifted at this point. Not a guarantee, and again, the Weather Service is maintaining that warning for the next few minutes, but I suspect shortly that it will be canceled. So again, technically we've got northeastern Clark County involved in this. Let me stress as well, Thomasville, you're out, all right? Same thing at Fulton, same thing at Grove Hill. You are not under a tornado warning if you're at Thomasville. Same thing at Fulton, same thing at Grove Hill, same thing at Pine Hill and Yellow Bluff and Camden. You are fine right now in those communities. This is specifically for areas out near Lower Peachtree and Coy in Wilcox and Clark counties. So again, please be in a safe place. Now, if you're in that zone, we'll zoom back into our tornado warning. And again, y'all know the drill. If I go silent, just bear with me. We're looking at different sources here to see exactly if we can see any damage. Yeah, and I'm not seeing anything right now that would suggest damage. So that is a good thing. But again, as a course of least regret, Nettleboro and Chance, please be in a safe place for the next few minutes. This is not going to last very long. You need to have a helmet on, a tornado helmet. Even though this is probably a brief, weak tornado, there's really no such thing as a weak tornado. They're all strong and they all can cause problems. And again, I don't really see much in the way of a signature. If there's a tornado, it's going to be right in through here. But nonetheless, the warning continues over the next few minutes. Again, let me stress, for those of you that just may be joining us as of 7:41 p.m., we have no issues in Monroeville or Thomasville. This is specifically for areas near Coy and Cyrene in Clark and Wilcox counties. And again, it is 7:41 p.m. Heavy rain does continue down here near the U.S. Highway 84 corridor, Claiborne, Lock and Dam, back over to Monroeville, Homewood, Uri. But again, the tornado warning is way up here in Clark and Wilcox counties. And so we will see if the Weather Service decides to continue this, or if this has become broad to the point that they'll cancel it. Again, it's there. There's no doubt about it. There's broad rotation, but the question is that producing a tornado? Possibly, but probably not. But again, as a course of least regret, we encourage you to be in a tornado-safe place in Nettleboro and Cyrene. This is out near Old Line Road, is where this is. And I believe this is the only tornado warning. Yeah, this is the only tornado warning in America right now. So Clark and Wilcox County, you are under the gun at specifically northeast Clark and southwestern Wilcox counties. This does not include Pine Hill or Yellow Bluff up here on Alabama Highway 10, but this does include Old Line Road and Lower Peachtree. So be in a safe place at lowest floor, site-built structure, put a helmet on. That includes kids and adults. And there could be some small hail with this as well near the county line, near Nettleboro. Small hail, maybe pea size. And also gusty winds, in addition to the tornado threat. In other words, separate from the actual tornado, you may have 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts in through there as well. And look, if you have damage, please let us know about it in the Facebook comments below. I'm actively watching those. And again, let me stress, all parts of Monroe County, you are now all clear. That has been canceled out of the tornado warning. So Packers Bend and Franklin, you're out, all right? Monroeville was never involved in this tornado warning. This was way up here in the far northwestern part of the county, but specifically now southwestern Wilcox and northeastern Clark counties are the zones involved in this tornado warning that continues technically until 8 o'clock. We'll actually see if the Weather Service, there they go. All right, they've canceled it. And I figured that was what was going to happen because this signature is just so broad. But again, as of 7:44 p.m., the tornado warning has officially been canceled. So you can X that out. It is gone, and we are now without a tornado warning. So there it goes, polygon gone. And we're back now to a situation where we simply have scattered showers and thunderstorms across the region. I don't believe that we're going to have any more in the way of tornado warnings across the region, but there will be some heavy areas of rain, gusty winds, and lots of lightning in the storms that happen over the next few hours. So let's zoom into these areas and show you exactly what we've got going on. Near the Old Line Road, the formerly tornado-warned storm, you now have just a general thunderstorm. Yes, it's loud and proud, but quite frankly, there's no tornado threat at this point. Same thing over here in Washington County. There is a stronger storm near Yellow Pine, which is on US Highway 45 right there in Washington County. Same thing in Escambia County. You've got a heavier storm out near Damascus, another one very near Wallace, and also Tensall. So all of those areas are involved where we have these scattered showers. Same thing in Northwest Florida. But again, just to be clear, all clear. You are done with the tornado threat in Clark, Wilcox, and Monroe counties. All clear from the tornado threat in Clark County and also in Wilcox County as well. I'll have plenty more updates in the Red Zone Weather app over the next few hours. Next video coming in the morning at 7 a.m. We'll keep watching the storms and bring you the latest in the app.
Be sure to find us across social media and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone Weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.